But sometimes Mr. Tanen would forget his closet was empty. He would open it to get a tie, and with a tinge of sadness, he would remember he only had one tie, and he was wearing it. Then he'd look outside at the playground being built. You have to give to get, he thought. Soon it was opening day at the new playground. Mr. Tanen had invited the whole town to the ribbon-cutting ceremony. He tucked his speech in his pocket, grabbed his special scissors, and adjusted his tie. He wished he had on his official ribbon-cutting tie. The schoolyard was overflowing with people. Mr. Tanen made his way through the crowd. Questions. What did Mr. Tanen sometimes forget? How did he feel when he remembered he only had one tie? What was going to happen on opening day? What kind of tie did Mr. Tanen wish he had for opening day? What do you think happens in a ribbon-cutting ceremony? And why does Mr. Tanen have his special scissors? Then he saw it. The playground was tied in a giant ribbon made from Mr. Tanen's ties. Question. What did they call the new playground? What did they use to make a giant ribbon around the playground? Mrs. Sweetapple and Mr. Apple were at the microphone. Mr. Tanen, you have taught us all. The more you give, the more you get, said Mrs. Sweetapple. You have given us a playground. We are giving you back your ties. With that, Mr. Apple untied the tie ribbon and announced, Mr. Tanen's playground is now open. Questions. Where were Mrs. Sweetapple and Mr. Apple? What were the people of the town giving back to Mr. Tanen? What did Mr. Apple untie? Did they ever cut the ribbon to open the playground? Mr. Tanen and his ties were together again. He slipped on his swing and slide tie and smiled. Questions? How do you think Mr. Tanen feels to be with his ties again? Look at the picture in your book. What is on his swing and slide tie?